Hello. Okay, so I'm going to tool a design here on the leather. I have a friend that wants a Pisces mermaid. It's just a mermaid, and I'm gonna put two of them going this way, one going this way and one going this way. All right, let's get started. All right, so first I take a wet sponge and I wet the whole thing. And then I'm just going to kind of take the design and cut it out. And I'm not doing this for any profit, so I'm not sure if this image is a copyright. I have a day job. I don't make a living doing this. All right, so I'm going to kind of lay it where I would think the center is. So I'm thinking maybe kind of like, maybe like this. Maybe I'll put her like this because I'm gonna put her going the other way too in the reverse. So I'll put her kind of low. All right. So once you've decided where that's gonna go, then you're going to take like this etching tool and go over this. If you don't have an etching tool, you can use a ballpoint pen. All right, so I'm just going over what is important here, which is obviously gonna be her body, the tail, and just going all the way around. And I'm here in the garage. The guys are playing pool, so, you know. Just going all the way around. So once you've kind of gone all the way around, you want to kind of get like little delicate details like her nose, her face, maybe just the shape of her hair. Maybe not the lines because we can do that later, but just the basic outline of her. Okay, so that's just the basic etching. Now I'm gonna flip it around and I'm gonna do the same thing going the opposite direction. Okay, so now you have just kind of like the gist for the design. Now I'm gonna get a swivel blade and cut through some of these lines so that the design has a better imprint. So now I'm just going over what I think is important. Okay, so now it's all etched out and it's kind of drying out on me, so I'm gonna re-wet with the sponge. I changed the camera angle because I was getting too much shadow with the light, so now we're on my left side. And I flattened it out. I only folded it so that I would know where the pattern was being placed. But now that I'm gonna do some tooling, I'm just gonna lay it out flat. These are the tools I'm using. You can get these in a pack at Hobby Lobby that come with most of them, and also a swivel knife. But I got these at Tandy Leather. And I think the whole kit costs like 40 bucks, but it came with like a coin pouch, a hammer, these tools, a whole bunch of stuff. But at Hobby Lobby, they do have a pack, I believe it's $14, and it comes with like the basic tooling stuff. And I'm using this tool. It's kind of like a half moon shape. I thought that'd be nice for the mermaid kit. So I'm not being so perfect with it. Gosh, I feel that I say that all the time. But you know, I'm just trying to make this suggestive, not like very realistic. So I've kind of gotten about that way down, and then I'm gonna switch to a littler one, which is this guy. And then I'm gonna go even more down. staggering them a bit so it looks kind of like scales. Again, I'm not a professional, I just want to tool this for my friend. And we'll do the other side. Be right back. Okay, now that I've gotten that down, and then I added a couple more like swivel cuts into the tail, I'm just gonna add some texture here into her hair. And I'm using this. I don't even know if that's what this is for, but I'm gonna use this. And I'm just lightly dragging it through, kind of like using the edge of what I swiveled as a guide. Yeah. No rhyme or reason. I mean, the hair has texture no matter where you look at it, so I didn't really feel the need to be very specific with where I'm shading this, just so that it has some other dimension here. So something kind of like that. So now I'm painting it. So I'm just using regular black acrylic paint, nothing fancy. I haven't seen a huge difference between leather paint and this paint, to be honest. And I'm just, I diluted it with a little bit of water. And I want her to have black hair. So kind of like at the impression lines that I kind of cut with like the swivel knife, I'm making that darker than all the other lines.
I have one of those things you guys want to hear in lunch.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
A little bit of water. Just getting a very like light wash of it. Kind of something like that. Okay, so now the other mermaid's hair is actually going to be red, just so that it's different. I thought that would be beautiful. She wanted one mermaid to have red hair and the other mermaid to have black hair, which I think is pretty freaking awesome.
Well, that's that.
And this color, by the way, is called cranberry wine, actually. Okay, so I did go ahead and color the tail, and I put a little bit of gold paint on just the tip of the tail, just to give it a nice little iridescence. I use this for the gold, which is called Piñata. And then for the tail, I actually use this, which is a leather dye. It's called Seafoam. But I really don't see the big difference between just regular acrylic paint and the dye. And with the acrylic paint, you can dilute it. So, you know, just use whatever's cheaper. So I made some marks here to do the Traveler's Notebook elastics. So I'm just going to punch holes.
So good.
1, 2, and 3. And if you have 3 holes, then you can do 4 elastics, obviously. We all know that. just gonna kind of eyeball the center, just about there, and then we'll do that for the center elastic. This is a punch, a leather punch that I got at Daiso, and since I can't put my little hand punch in the center of the leather, I'm gonna use this. So just put it there and give it a good whack. Yep, there you go. So then I can put the center elastic. So now that this is somewhat dry, I'm going to put like a nice finish on it using this stuff. It's called EcoFlow Super Shine. I put a lot of this because it protects it, gives it a nice finish, and it's just gonna age really, really nice. I'm gonna be very generous with it. I'm gonna put another coat. And it's just gonna give it such a pretty finish. It's gonna kind of settle into those cuts that we made with the swivel knife and just give it a very nice finish. So we're gonna let that dry. I may add some pockets. I'll cut a couple of pockets before I sew it, just to show you the finished product. So I decided that this notebook should have some folders in it, so I just cut this little triangular piece. I don't have an industrial sewing machine or anything, so I can't do tons of pockets when I make one. I can just do like maybe a secretarial pocket with like a slit in it. So this is a gift card. Most of the time, people that have traveler's notebooks like to have washi tape cards. So I'm just using a gift card just to give me the shape of, you know, what an actual washi tape card would probably be the size of. And I'm just going to put 2 dots on the side of it. Then I'm going to lay this under the dots and give myself a line. I'm gonna cut a slit. So if anybody wants to put even like, you know, a debit card or a gift card or, you know, maybe any kind of card, it will fit that. So I'm gonna use the same little punch. I'm gonna do it on both sides again. Sorry about the noise. Bam. And then I'm gonna take a little box cutter and I'm gonna cut a slit. And actually I'll just use the gift card just to make life simple. Make sure that goes all the way through, and it does. So now if that's inside of the traveler's notebook, and say this is my credit card, it'll actually fit. Yeah? Oh, and for any of you that wanted to know what I look like, this is what I look like. Okay, so here it is all done. I'm about to decorate it. And here we have like a little bookmark that I made. It has 4 elastics. The pockets are now sewn, and you can decorate it now. The inside of this pocket, the elastics, I like to make them as snug so that they snap, like almost like a guitar string, and that's when I know it's a good tension. Here's some paper that I think I'm going to incorporate in here. Maybe like make that like in the beginning as like on top of the dashboard or something. I have some like resin clips that I just use to decorate here before I take a photo and post it on IG.